Hey, what's up, Diglett Polishing Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Today on things I got from Japan, voila, these Hello Kitty fruit drops. They're apparently delicious. We haven't tried them yet. I'm assuming we're not going to try them. They're for Virginia's collection. She's an avid Hello Kitty collector. She likes that stuff. You've seen our previous videos, you know. I'm weighing in. I'm putting my dick down on this VStar universe Fomo shit that I've been seeing going around. I'm stopping it right now. I'm putting out a video. I'm talking about it. Yeah, I know you probably don't want to see it. I'm just tired. There's people saying some stuff. There's people that I just feel like don't know what they're talking about. And quite frankly, people are just getting overexcited for a set that, in my personal opinion, is no better than VMAX Climax, in my personal opinion. There's people walking around talking about like VStar Universe is like the best set of all time. Bro, it's not even the best high-class set, in my personal opinion. If you're saying that, I really pity you because you've never had the pleasure of opening Ultra Shiny GX or Tag Team All-Stars. I really do pity you. I do, because those sets, in my personal opinion, are better. And look, if you like the sets, you want to do that shit, I'm telling you, the FOMO's getting outrageous. So there's a rumor going around now where people are just saying that like the second wave of VStar Universe is not going to come out now until February because of printing errors. They're scrapping a whole wave. It took me a second to figure out where this is coming from. It's coming from influencers. Who fucking would have guessed? Who would have guessed that influencers are saying this stuff, right? I figured out where the source of this stuff was, or at least a solid source of this stuff, a pretty big guy that's saying this stuff. Pokeballers. Let's pull up this dude's crap real quick. Pokeballers, relatively big influencer, right? This is one of the dudes that's perpetuating this stuff, so he is pretty big. This guy is a hype guy, first and foremost. This guy has always been generating FOMO. I will get into that here in a little bit, but this homie right here is one of the people I saw perpetuating this stuff. Now, this is a Champion's Path, baby. I want you to understand the significance of that. If you do not know, Champion's Path is where our big scalping problem took place because of all the people hopping back in because of Champion's Path and the 2 Chase Charizards in that set. That's where a lot of this stuff came from. We had a lot of people come in. We had a lot of new fans hopping. Usually not a big deal, but a lot of these guys were the money people. They were the hype generators. These were the people that were going Pokemon to the moon, baby. And this guy is no exception right here. Both his YouTube and his social media. I mean, just straight up Champion's Path era stuff right there, which whatever, cool. What did he actually say about this set, though? What actually was he talking about? What was the thing that he just said that made everybody go like, whoa, dude? I'll play that for you now.
Yes, guys, the rumors are true. There's not going to be another print of VStar for a while. It was supposed to release in 2 weeks, and from everything that you guys been reading and hearing, it is correct. They messed up the SARs in the boxes, so they're literally scrapping the entire Wave 2.
Yeah, because I hang out with Sunkazu Ishihara. I hang out with that dude like every weekend. He confirmed me. He came to me, Pokeballers. It was like, hey, yo, I gotta tell you something, bro. Like, this set is just gotta get scrapped because the SARs are fucked up. Which, that's not even 100% true right here. I actually found the source of where people are finding this. It actually came from another influencer talking about it. So if you look right here, you can actually see a standard Giratina V right there, and it's got a pretty big skew on it. You can actually see where, like, the printing's, like, not quite lined up. You can actually physically see it on the V. So that's not an SAR right there, so immediately disproven. It's all cards, not just SARs. And honestly, I don't really know why the Pokemon Company would scrap these. Don't people love error packs? Don't people love errors? I mean, Pokemon's fucked up on crazy other things before, but this guy knows for sure that they're going to scrap it because of this. I got 2 reasons why they're not going to scrap this, but I'll let you play. I'll let this whole thing go out for a second. We'll let this ride for a little bit longer. Pokeballers, fucking explain to me.
So, Wave 1, we already gone through all the cases. Like, literally. Like, if somebody's holding on to cases, that's amazing. I think the price is going to skyrocket to enormous amounts for the set. And the next print, because that's scrape Wave 2, is not coming out until February. That's almost 2.5 months.
Do I look suspicious?
You look grotesque.
Translation, I'm hoping this set skyrockets to astronomical amounts. So the singles will be worth more by proxy. So I can get this shit graded and people can have like limited less of that stuff. So there's less people with these cards. They're more inclined to come watch my content and see how I'm doing with this stuff. Yeah, you plebs, don't get these cards. I don't want y'all to have these cards. Buy them from me. Oh yeah, he has a store, by the way. So there's another reason why I'd like them going to astronomical prices at some point would definitely help him out. He's saying he doesn't have any more boxes. I don't know if that's true. He could very easily grab a couple more before the skyrocket happens and actually make a good little bit of money. I definitely think some people are kind of banking on that. Already seen where some people are like, oh, these boxes will be $250 easy based off this. No, that's not going to happen, and if it does, that's the secondhand market going out of control. Finish what you gotta say, big dog.
So whatever's out there from Wave 1, that's all we're gonna have for 2.5 more months. So buckle up, be patient. I don't know if these are good prices now. I can't imagine what it's gonna get to. I don't even have a prediction because it's never happened before. So, but the rumors and everything is true.
Japan can literally print a whole set in basically a month. They can literally get a whole set ready to go, wave one, out the door, brand new set. You don't believe me? Look at Japanese print runs. Look at how fast sets come out in between. There can be sets, there can be special sets, there can be products, there can be all kinds of stuff printed in mass quantities now, especially since people have come onto the Japanese market and they really want to milk that shit for all it's worth. You really think for a set that's supposed to be in the hands of players? Oh yeah, by the way, everybody, this is supposed to be for players. All these cards in here are reprints, and a lot of them are playable. A lot of them are going to be going in decks. That Irida card that everybody's hyping up and saying is super expensive, because it is. You know why? Half of the reason it's expensive is because it's playable as hell for the Palkia V-Star deck meta. That's why. But no, I mean, it's got to always be something else, right? It's got to be just because people want these cards in their buyers. They want to get them PSA 10s. That's all that fucking matters, right? PSA fucking 10, yeah. That's all that fucking matters. Dude, there is no goddamn way they're waiting until February for a playable set that actually is going to get playable cards in the hands of players. There's no way. I'm telling you that right now. Like, look at me. It may come out a little bit later. It ain't fucking coming out at like the end or middle of February, because these are playable goddamn cards. Hey, what do you know, Opossum? This guy has a store. He has a distro and all that stuff. He knows how to get cards. What the fuck do you know? Bro, like, I can prove to you right here he's all about hype and FOMO. Let's check out one of his first videos. His very first video, as a matter of fact, talking about distro.
A lot more quantity, and you don't have to wait in lines or scalp, anything like that. So going through this entire process, basically, it's almost impossible to get any Pokemon cards through distributors. Even if you have a brick and mortar shop, they're saying the quantity is so limited. You basically have to have some sort of account with a bunch of distributors and hope that each of them send you a little bit. I'm not even sure your store will be supported enough from everything coming in, you know, were you paying rent and storefront. So that is my quick take on distributors and Pokemon cards. They're estimating 2 years out basically for you to get any chance. So just beware before you start any of the paperwork.
Oh, a whole 2 years in order for everybody to get product from distro, right? Because the quantity is just so limited. This was when we were actually going through the card recession in the United States, and for the English cards and all that shit, where people were having a hard time getting these cards. Japan was doing it too, but a lot of people more of the time were more focused on evolving skies and like all that kind of shit. Where this was coming from, dude, you want to see how fast Pokemon fixes stuff? Because remember, he estimated 2 years. 2 years was what that was coming from. Guys, I know my shit. 2 goddamn years it'll fix this. 2 fucking years.
Past couple weeks, super busy, right? A lot of stuff releasing. Waves, reprints, we're just getting bombarded. And that's what I want to talk about today. It cannot be overstated how big of an impact that all this product is hitting LGS's, game stores, even big box places, all at the same time, in the way that it's impacting prices.
Yeah, Hot Dog Master Mason over here reporting how he has so much product he doesn't even know what the fuck to do with it. That took 9 months. Pokemon fixed that in 9 months. Now, I know what you're saying. That's not 2.5 months. This is Japan's biggest set, VStar Universe. This is the biggest set they're putting out this year, and this is meant to be in the hands of players. Do you really honestly think that they're not going to drop all hands on deck and try to get this set out as fixed and as quick as possible, especially with the demand, them trying to avert scalping by withholding weight? Dude, there's just no fucking way. You're like, if you believe this stuff, A, you just don't know. You haven't been around for a whole lot of high-class sets. Or B, you're falling for the FOMO and you have some ulterior motive. It's one of the two. It's one of the two that's happening with this stuff. Like, you just either don't know or you're trying to use this situation for your own benefit. There is no goddamn way VStar Universe is getting banned, like, pushed back that far, that it's not be in the hands of players. This is a player set. I don't care what any of the fuckboys tell you online. I don't care how many boxes you see the big box breakers open. I don't care what the box prices are and whatnot. This at its core is a player set for reprinted playable cards to end up in decks. And I don't give two shits what you hear. That's all I got. I mean, like, fucking for real, man. Like, I remember when this card was, like, as good as it got? Remember when Karen's Umbreon, the Umbreon VMAX reprint from the Eevee's Hero set? Remember when that card was as good as it got? VMAX Climax was huge. And I can't overstate enough how huge VMAX Climax was. I can't overstate how big Shiny Star V was. I can't overstate how big Tag Team All-Stars was. I cannot overstate the biggest one of them all, Shiny GX, Ultra Shiny GX. Dude, go watch some of Max Mofo's old openings and listen to some of the horror stories about, like, scalping when he talks about at the very beginning of that video. Like, how it's, like, 5 to 6 times the prices, like it just shut down stores. Does it sound familiar what's happening now? It should. High class sets are crazy. People want them. People know there's a lot of stuff going on in them, and people want to get a hold of them. I promise you. I promise you, it's going to be okay. And motherfuckers like this are hyping shit up for FOMO to get either views, clicks, clout, or to get you to buy from them. I'm telling you. I don't care, man. I don't care if you listen to me or not. I'm going to get my boxes here in a little bit whenever I can. I ain't paying these fuckboys for it. My Japanese collection is as solid as ever, and it has nothing to do with anything they're doing. I appreciate y'all. Hope you're having a good day. See you later, virgins. Just don't. Scare tactics are real, man. They're doing it. FOMO is real.